Hello there. I'm Dave Myers, and you're listening to Verse by Verse. Have you ever been tricked? Have you ever been deceived? Have you ever thought you were in possession of something good and right, only to find that that simply was not true? This happened to me, and it has to do with the subject of today's verse found in 1 Kings 12, verses 32 and 33. The scene is the separation and near civil war between the Jews, or the tribe of Judah, and the rest of Israel. The new king of Israel, named Jeroboam, was afraid that when it came around to feast days, his people would want to go back and rejoin the Jews. So he took drastic action to prevent this. Let me read it to you. Jeroboam ordained, that means instituted, a feast on the 15th day of the 8th month, like a feast that was in Judah, and he offered sacrifices on the altar. So he did at Bethel, sacrificing to the calves that he had made. And at Bethel he installed the priests of the high places which he had made. So he made offerings on the altar which he had made at Bethel on the 15th day of the 8th month, in the month which he had devised in his own heart. And he ordained a feast for the children of Israel, and offered sacrifices on the altar and burned incense. Believe it or not, Jeroboam set up counterfeit feast days. Rather than keeping the feast days in the 7th month as God had ordained and commanded, he set up counterfeit feasts in the 8th month. Counterfeit feasts, really? Is it possible for humans to set up counterfeit feasts? Sadly, the answer is yes. There was a time in my life that I observed feasts that I thought were good, only to find that they were in fact counterfeits. I was observing repackaged sun-worshiping festivals, thinking that I was honoring Christ. I learned that Christmas and all its trappings come directly out of false religious ceremonies and ideas. I discovered that there is no way that Jesus was born in December, but that this counterfeit was chosen to mimic a sun-worshiping observance. Then, upon further investigation, I was appalled to learn that Easter and all of its trappings were also a counterfeit. Eggs, bunnies, sunrise service, they were all a part of sun-worshiping festivals, counterfeits. Somewhere back in the fog of history, the feast days that God instituted and wrote about in the Bible and commanded us to keep were replaced by counterfeit feast days like Christmas and Valentine's Day, Halloween, and Easter. Now, in the case you have not yet learned to set aside these counterfeits and follow the real thing, we have many resources to help you in the show notes. Please, friend, make sure you are not being turned aside by settling for counterfeit feasts. Find out what are the true, biblical, God-ordained feast days that He wants us to observe.
Verse by Verse is a companion podcast to the Daily Bible Verse blog, which you can find on the Life, Hope, and Truth Learning Center. Check out the show notes for more.